welcome back to Rise Calmly. In this video we're going to do a plank challenge. So all you need is a mat and a positive attitude. We're going to start off with 4-point kneeling, and you're going to make sure that your hand is directly underneath your shoulders and your hip underneath your hips. Lifting away from the floor, eyesight between your hands. If your shoulders feel a bit weak, you can do the shoulder strengthening exercise, so the link is provided up there. And we're going to start off with lifting an opposite arm and opposite leg off the floor. So as you do this, you're going to slide both limbs off along the floor and then lift it up around hip height. Well done. As you lift your leg up, make sure that you don't dip into the opposite hip. So using your core muscles or engaging your core muscles is going to make sure that you keep your hip stability. Well done. We'll do this about 4 more times. Excellent. Really use your core muscles and breathe. So exhale as you lift up, inhale as you come back down. So this is just going to bring a bit more stability and balance to us, so it helps to prepare our plank. And now we're going to raise our knee about 1 inch off the floor. This is going to prepare our core muscles. So we're going to hold this for 8 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Make sure you keep your tummy lifted as high up as possible, and that's going to protect your lower back. And also keep your shoulders lifted away from the hands as much as possible. Great. Now we're going to lengthen both legs out, and we're going to go into a plank. And we're going to hold this for a minute. So exhale and inhale. Exhale, really engage in your core muscles, and inhale to get as much air as you can. Make sure your butt isn't lifted too high up off the floor, otherwise you're going to dip into your lower back. So making sure that your shoulders, hips and feet are in one long line. Make sure there's a soft bend in your elbows, otherwise you're going to dip into your upper shoulders and you're going to feel really sorry for yourself tomorrow. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. You've got this. Excellent. Keep going. Inhale and exhale. We're now going to go into lifting one leg up for about 8 breaths, and opposite arms as well, but holding this plank. And keep holding it. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to lift one leg up off the floor. As you do this, make sure that your hip doesn't compensate. So using your core muscles is going to help with that hip stability. So inhale and exhale. Make sure you use your core muscles to keep your lower back protected, and we're going to swap sides, so opposite leg. Again, making sure that you don't dip into the stabilizing hip, using your core muscles to help you with that. Make sure your eyes are in between your hands, so eyes looking directly towards the mat. Excellent. Keep breathing. You've got this. Now we're going to lift one arm up off the floor, holding this for 8 breaths as well. Inhale and exhale. Nice and strong in the supporting arm. Again, if your supporting arm is feeling a bit sore or feeling a bit weak, you will need to do some shoulder strengthening exercises. Now we're going to go into the other side. We're going to inhale and exhale. Stay with me here. This is my weak side. Everyone's got a weak side. But with that positive attitude and focus, you're going to get through this. Inhale and exhale. Well done. We're now going to go into a child's pose just for a bit of a break. And we're going to go into our elbow plank. So making sure that both elbows are right underneath our shoulders. We're going to hold this for 10 breaths. So inhaling and exhaling. Make sure that your butt isn't lifted too high or too low to the ceiling. So again, shoulders, hips and feet in one nice long line. Exhale, use your core muscles and inhale. And now we're going to go into a side plank with our elbows on the floor. So elbow directly underneath our shoulder. We're going to use our oblique muscles to lift our waist off the floor. And to make it even harder, you can lift the top leg up and the top arm up off the floor. Going to hold this for 10 breaths. Inhale and exhale. You've got this. Make sure that your head is in line with your body. Don't let it flop. Excellent. Use your oblique muscles to keep you lifted. We're now going to go on the other side. And again, making sure that your elbow is right underneath your shoulder, and if you can, lifting the top leg up off the floor and the top arm up off the floor as well. Make sure that your head is in line with your body, using your oblique muscles to lift your waist off the floor and resting back down. We're going to go into a plank again for 10 breaths. This is the final leg. For those of you who have stayed with me so far, well done. So again, hands underneath the shoulders and the legs nice and long behind us. Inhale and exhale. Really use that breath. You've got this. Excellent. Inhale and exhale. Make sure that your head is lifted off the floor as well, in line with your body. Once you're done, go ahead and go into a child's pose. Make sure that your hip is touching your feet, arms resting along the floor. We're going to stretch your latissimus dorsi muscles out as well as your obliques. So putting one hand on the other hand, that's going to feel really nice on one side of the body. And go ahead and stretch on the opposite side. Make sure that your hip is staying right on top of the feet as well. So nice and anchored. Well done. So I hope you enjoyed today's plank challenge, and like this video if you did enjoy it. Make sure that you subscribe to keep in tune with other videos that I've got, and I hope you rise calmly every day.